Broadcasting live from 83-degree humid downtown Cleveland. It's station WDWL TV, home of not one but two stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and an Oscar. And yeah, we're brought to you by Grumpy Vulture Productions. So, how is everybody doing tonight? I got something in the mail today. It was supposed to come tomorrow. Go figure. Look at the size of this book. The big book of celebrity autopsies. And I just happened to start thumbing through it, and I actually found one I had to look up, because originally I thought it was a TV broadcaster. We'll get into this a little later. Oh. Hey, Vlad, what's happening there, buddy? Long time no see. Welcome back. I have a package coming from Burbank. Another microphone. And he told me this one is almost as good as this one, but I'm really going to enjoy it. That's where he left me hanging. I'm really going to enjoy it. Plus, it's brand new in the box, unopened. He's been testing this microphone for a month, and he wrote his review, and they had shipped him 24 microphones. Now, when he does his testing, he might use 6 to 8. So he asked them, he goes, hey, I have no need for all the rest of these microphones. Do you want me to ship them back? And the company said, no, we already wrote them off. Dispose of them. So he knows how I am about microphones, so he's disposing of one to me. He mailed it. When did he say he mailed it? Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully it'll be here either tomorrow or Monday. Believe me, when I get it, you'll know about it. I like when he leaves me hanging like that, you know. I'm all excited about another microphone. Although I have to get in the cabinet in the back of the studio here and go through microphone mounts, because the one that broke is unrepairable. So that one's going out in the garbage. So let's get back to where we left off yesterday. Take out marker. All right, we did Norman Fell. Or did we? Did we do Norman Fell? I put the marker in here. Yeah, I think we did Norman Fell. If not, we'll do them again. Good old Norman Fell. That name rings a bell. Norman Fell. Birth name was Norman Noah Fell. He was in 4 television series. Yeah, we did this one, Mr. Roper. We did that one yesterday, Mr. Roper. And he died from cardiopulmonary failure. Yeah, when your cardiopulmonary fails, you're done for. And this one's from 66. Verna Felton. Actress for Walt Disney Studios, Motion Pictures and TV. Verna Felton. Guess we have to go to the cheat sheet. Verna, professional name Verna Felton, birth name Verna Felton Millar. Felton was the voice of a number of Disney characters, the fairy godmother in Cinderella, Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland, Flora in Sleeping Beauty, and the gossipy, oh, come on, Grumpy, gossipy elephant in Dumbo. She made several appearances on I Love Lucy, and she was Mrs. Porter in Lucy Takes a Maid. Way before my time. Cardiac failure. Okay. Another gimme here. Ella Fitzgerald. Who doesn't know Ella Fitzgerald? God, died 96. Wow. Had a stroke. Secondary cause, diabetes. Third cause, chronic renal failure. Wow. Poor Ella. That's a hell of a way to go. Well, this one goes well, before I was even thought of. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Heart disease. Okay. Oh, I just love these when they're so faint you can almost... Susan Fleming. Susan Fleming died in 2002. Susan Fleming. Get the marker out of the way. Grumpy, get the marker out of the way. Professional name was Susan Fleming. Birth name was Susan Alva Fleming Marks. While her career was short-lived, Miss Fleming appeared in over 20 movies. She was married to Harpo Marx. Cardiopulmonary failure. Another gimme. Red Fox. Cardiorespiratory arrest. Good old Red Fox. Now this is a name that I heard many times, but I can't place him. James Franciscus. Died in 91. Actor, entertainer, self-employed. James Franciscus. His television series included Naked City, The Investigators, Mr. Novak, and Longstreet. I think I remember him from Naked City. I don't remember the other. Respiratory arrest caused by pneumonia. Okay. This is from 02. John Frankenheimer. John Frankenheimer. He is known for his innovative camera angles. Birdman of Alcatraz, The Manchurian Candidate, 7 Days in May were 3 of his movies. He also did Studio One and Playhouse 90. So his claim to fame is innovative camera angles. Okay. Bilateral cerebral infarction. He also had lung cancer and spinal cancer. Here's another gimme. Alan Funt. We all know who Alan Funt is. I love that show. I think they tried to do a reboot, and I don't know if it went over as well as the original. If I remember right, one of my wonderful constituents out there, maybe you have to Google something. I think they tried doing a reboot of Candid Camera, and I don't think it really went over as well as the original. But I could be wrong. He died from congestive heart failure. Second cause, renal insufficiency. Good old Alan Funt. another gimme, Ava Gabor. But see, I always get them confused. I thought Zsa Zsa did Green Acres. It was Ava. She was also a regular on the Match Game from 74 to 76. Very interesting. I had the Gabor sisters mixed up. She died from sepsis. Secondary cause, urinary tract. This is the second time that somebody has had a UTI and died from sepsis. That is scary. This is the second one that's had a UTI and then died from sepsis. Thank God they gave me them anthrax drugs. This is from 83. Christopher George. Actor, entertainer, freelance. Christopher George. His TV series was Rat Patrol. I remember Rat Patrol. I watched that quite a bit back in the late 60s. His films include El Dorado, Project X, The Train Robbers, and Midway. I remember the Rat Patrol. I liked that program. Ventricular fibrillation. That means the heart valve's kind of discombobulated. Oh, here's a two-pager. From 03, Trevor Goddard. Actor, entertainer, Trevor Goddard. 2 death certificates. First one, deferred. Trevor Goddard. He appeared in several segments of Silk Stockings, as well as a number of other series. He was a regular on JAG from 98 to 01. He also starred in films including Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, Hollywood Vampire, and Legion. Well, I guess I'll be staying away from armadillos. God, when's the last time somebody had leprosy that we know of? Man. So armadillos cause leprosy. Well, the next time I see an armadillo, I'm going to steer clear. All right, let's go to certificate number 2 and see what old Trevor Goddard. Multiple drug intoxication. And then at the bottom, accident. Oh my God. Somebody pays these goddamn coroners off. Accidental multiple drug intoxication. Yeah, right. This is from 95. Hey, the Ronbo's here. Alexander Goodenough. Actor, ballet artist, and entertainer. Oh, really? Alexander Goodenough. He danced in both the Moscow Classical Ballet and the Bolshoi. His film credits include Witness and Die Hard. Okay. Died from chronic alcoholism. Interesting. Stuart Granger. Boy, that name rings a bell. Stuart Granger. Died in 93. Actor, entertainer, contracted to MGM Studios. Stuart Granger. I want to say he played in westerns, but I guess the old cheat sheet in the back is going to tell me. He started his film career in the United Kingdom. Stardom brought him to Hollywood. His films include Bull Brummel and The Prisoner of Zenda. Okay, I thought he was in westerns. I guess not. Prostate cancer. You notice a lot of the stars have prostate cancer? Now this is a 02, a two-pager. Teresa Graves. Teresa Graves. I'm seeing King Solomon's Mines. Okay, let's go to the cheat sheet. Teresa Graves. Movies include That Man Bolt, Black Eye, and Vampira. She was a regular on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In and Get Christine Love. Teresa Graves on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Okay, let's go to certificate number 2. Thermal injuries with inhalation of products of combustion. She was a post-toasty. House fire. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Ron. She was a post-toasty. Thermal injuries. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, another gimme here. Lauren Green. He died in 87? Really? I didn't think it was that long. Lauren. Cardiovascular collapse. Secondary cause, prostate cancer. Another star with... I wonder if it has anything to being around movie studios. Oh, this one's so faint. Anne Gwynn. Birth name Marguerite Guilford. How the hell do you get Anne Gwynn out of Marguerite Guilford? She died in 03. Actress, motion pictures. Anne Gwynn, also known as Marguerite Guilford. The strikingly beautiful young woman spent the bulk of her career making B movies pictures. Some of her movies are The Black Cat, Men of Texas, and Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome. She was also one of the top 5 pinup girls during WDWL. Well, well, well. Way before my time, and she died in 03 of a stroke. Secondary cause, diabetes. Yeah, here's another gimme. Buddy Hackett. Birth name? Buddy Hackett. Who would name their kid Buddy? His parents. He died in 03. Heart disease complicated by diabetes. I like Buddy Hackett. I like the stories he used to tell. One of these days, I will tell one of his jokes. That Johnny Carson literally fell off his chair laughing. Although part of it was Buddy Hackett was acting it out and fell down and knocked down the table and spilled his cup of water all over his new suit. But the joke is hilarious. Maybe I'll start the show with it tomorrow. It's hilarious. The joke is hilarious. It's better when Buddy acted it out, though. Joan Hackett. Actress, entertainer. Died 83. Joan Hackett. Watch it say Buddy Hackett's wife. No, I doubt it. Her biggest claim to fame was simply that she was great to work with. She was known for her perfection in her roles. Harnessing the Sun, Dead of Night, and Will Penny were a few of her films. Not known so for much of her acting, simply that she was great to work with. Well, I guess that's a nice epitaph. She was great to work with. Abdominal cancer. Now, this is from 79. Jack Haley, birth name John Joseph Haley. Actor, entertainer, self-employed. Jack Haley. Jack Haley. Best remembered as the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. Well, well, well. Jack Haley, the Tin Man. Now I know who he is. Cardiopulmonary arrest. God, if you don't die from prostate cancer, you die from heart attacks. Gabby Hayes. We all know who Gabby Hayes is. Coronary thrombosis. Okay. Gabby died in 69. Birth name was George Francis Hayes. Oh, here's another gimme. Susan Hayward. Oh, God. Here's a... The doctor wrote like he's writing a prescription. The only thing I can make out is cerebral seizure. There's a bunch of other shit, and I'll tell you what, it looks like a doctor writing a prescription. Can't read any of it. Eileen Heckert died in 01. Eileen Heckert. Birth name Eileen Yankee. Her films include Miracle in the Rain, The Bad Seed, and Bus Stop. She received an Academy Award for her role in Butterflies Are Free. She also starred in the television miniseries Backstairs at the White House. She portrayed Eleanor Roosevelt. None of that rings a bell. Lung cancer. Written in big, plain-to-read letters. There's a good doctor there. Paul Henreid. Henreid. Paul Henreid. Died in 92. Actor, entertainer, TV, movies. Okay. Name don't ring a bell. Paul Henreid. He began his film career in Vienna. Casablanca and Now Voyager were two of his motion picture appearances. On the small screen, he directed over 80 episodes for Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Man, no wonder I don't know him. He was a director. Cardiorespiratory arrest brought on by Parkinson's disease. Well. Oh, another gimme. Katharine Hepburn. Died in 2003. Didn't her and Spencer Tracy have something going on? Died of cardiac arrest. I want to say her and Spencer Tracy were messing around. Oh, another gimme. Bob Hope. Why does he have two certificates? Oh, the second death certificate lists his real name, Lester Townshope. God, you couldn't have put that on the first one? And he died from pneumonia. I liked Bob Hope. Although, you know, Bob Hope never knew when to retire. He worked way past his prime. He really did. He should have retired and just got out of the limelight, but Bob Hope could not stay out of the limelight. And he worked way too long, and near the end, he actually, you know, towards the end, he was a bit irritating, in my opinion. Now, this is from 1990. Jill Ireland. Birth name Jill Ireland Bronson. Now, the name sounds familiar, but I have to go to the cheat sheet. Her films included Death Wish 2, The Mechanic, and The Karate Killers. She is known for her appearances on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I can't place her. I watched The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Jill Ireland. I can't place her. pulmonary insufficiency brought on by carcinoma of the brain. Well, I would think so. This is from '03. Graham Jarvis. Graham Jarvis. Actor, motion pictures. Graham Jarvis. A character actor, he made appearances on any number of TV series. He did 17 episodes of Seventh Heaven, probably best known for his role on Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. I did not watch Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman, so I can't place Graham Jarvis. Multiple myeloma. Okay. Oh. I'm going to have a wonderful night. Because after midnight, I can't drink nothing but water. And then in the morning when I take my medication, I have to drink water. No coffee. Because I have to see the vampire. For my primary care appointment on... Boy, I'll tell you what. The 4th is going to be a busy day. And hopefully my eye appointment doesn't run over, because I have an eye appointment and then I have to go see my primary care. Luckily, they're in the same building. Hopefully, I can get some answers on what they're going to do with my right eye. Because I want the eye well healed before I have to do my driver's test exam. Here's one from '83, Carolyn Jones, also known as Carolyn Sue Jones. Carolyn Jones. Carolyn Jones. She received an Academy Award nomination for her role in The Bachelor Party. Oh, she was Morticia Addams. Carolyn Jones. Yeah, she was Morticia Addams. And I watched that all the time. What did poor Carolyn pass from? Colon cancer. Poor Carolyn. Oh, here's another gimme. Danny Kaye. Died in '87, but we all know who Danny Kaye is. I can't remember what his claim to fame was, but here we go. Coming up through his work in the Catskills, he honed his comic skills in the Borscht Belt. His strength was reciting tongue twisters in song and monologue. Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Hans Christian Andersen, The Court Jester, and Knock on Wood were his 4 films. I don't recognize any of the films. I could have swore Danny Kaye did some TV work. Evidently, I'm confused. Gastrointestinal hemorrhage. Okay. Okay. Now, here's another gimme. Gene Kelly. Renal failure and sepsis. Another one, sepsis. Oh, Jesus. I mean, between UTI and renal failure, also complicated by prostate cancer. Well, okay. A lot of sepsis, though. This is from 99. Mabel King, actress in motion pictures. Mabel King. I have no idea who Mabel King is, but I guess I'm going to find out in a hurry. She was in The Wiz 1 and Wiz 2 and Scrooged. She was also on the TV series What's Happening and made 3 appearances on Fantasy Island. I still can't place her. End-stage renal failure. Mabel King. I can't place her. Oh, good old Ernie Kovacs. I know he died in 62, but I really enjoyed the Ernie Kovacs show. Him and his big cigar. He did commercials for either White Owl or Dutch Masters, which you hardly see cigars in stores anymore. I mean, everything is black and mild, and you don't see White Owls, Dutch Masters, you know. I remember back in the 70s, you know, well, in the title bureau, it seemed like everybody smoked a cigar. Fractured skull and ribs with ruptured aorta. Auto struck a pole. I don't remember the accident. I remember him dying. Auto struck a pole. Man, he must have been cranking. Now this is from '94. We wouldn't really know him. He was a animator. An animator. Let's see what Walter Lance's claim to fame is. He introduced such cartoon characters as Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Andy Panda, Chilly Willy, and Woody Woodpecker. A successful, prolific, and durable animator. Well, well, well. Cardiopulmonary arrest. Secondary cause, prostate cancer. God. It's got to be something in the studios that cause it. God. Something going around in Hollywood. This is from '84. Wesley Lau. Actor, entertainer, motion pictures, and television. Wesley Lau. And the cheat sheet says... he played on Perry Mason from '61 to '65. He was also in episodes of Mission Impossible and The Virginian. I can't place Wesley Lau. Cardiac arrest. Man, between the goddamn prostate cancer and heart attacks, something in the air at Hollywood. Another gimme, Peggy Lee. Singer, actress, entertainer. I know who Peggy Lee is, but let's see what her high point is here. An exceptional singer and talented songwriter, Miss Lee co-wrote 22 songs for her autobiographical Broadway musical Peg. She recorded countless classics included Fever, Lover, Golden Earrings, and Is That All There Is? I remember Peggy Lee. Cardiorespiratory arrest. Another heart attack. This from '04, Janet Lee. Birth name Janet Lee Brandt. Movies included Little Women, Angels in the Outfield, Scaramouche, Houdini, and The Black Shield of Falworth. Best known for her 45 Seconds in Psycho. Now, now I know who she is. The rest of it, no. Cardiopulmonary arrest. Jesus. of a dangerous business to work in. Another gimme, Jack Lemmon. Died in 2001. Let's see what his claim to fame is. Well, he made what he did look easy. He left a 40-year career of quality work. Mr. Roberts, Some Like It Hot, The Apartment, and Days of Wine and Roses. I think I saw Mr. Roberts. Maybe Some Like It Hot. Bladder cancer. Oh, another gimme, Cleavon Little. Died 92. Wow, that long ago. Birth name Cleavon Jake Little. Actor, film, television. Cleavon Little. Cleavon Little, he was the sheriff in Blazing Saddles. Yeah, now I know who he is. He was the sheriff in Blazing Saddles. Sepsis due to abscess. Oh my God, another sepsis. Jesus. Between heart attacks, Hollywood is a dangerous place to live and work. Bear with me here. Make sure it lit. Okay. Oh, kind of another gimme. Julie London, died in 2000. Birth name Julie London Troop. Actress, singer, entertainer. Let's see what Julie London's main claim to fame is. Oop, don't lose the bookmark. Julie London was a singer who acted. Okay. She had over 40 albums released. Really? The small screen series Emergency gave her the opportunity to work with her husband, Bobby Troop, and ex-husband, Jack Webb. She was a nurse in Emergency, if I remember right. Maybe a doctor, but I want to say a nurse. Like a head nurse or ER nurse. Respiratory arrest caused by COPD. Now this is from 74, so I probably might not. Richard Long. Actor contracted to Universal Studios, Motion Pictures and Television. Richard Long. Lost my place. Tomorrow is Forever was his first film. He was also in the Mon Pa Kettle series. On the small screen, he played in The Big Valley and Nanny and the Professor. I remember both programs, but I can't place Richard Long. Cardiac arrest. This is from 96. Rita Lynn. Birth name, Rita Lynn. Actress, entertainer. Rita Lynn. While she made a few movies, her work on the small screen was where she shone. She appeared on Perry Mason, The Detectives, she was in Perry Mason and The Detectives. Rita Lynn. Maybe she was Perry Mason's secretary. I can't. Ovarian cancer. Oh, here's another two-parter. Meredith McRae, died in 2000, actress, entertainer. Meredith McRae. Maybe I should give you time to guess before I read the cheat sheet. Her biggest series was Petticoat Junction. Also starred in My Three Sons. Meredith McRae. I didn't care for Petticoat Junction. Glioblastoma. Okay. What's that? Brain cancer, isn't that? Now this name rings a bell. Nancy Marchand, birth name Nancy M. Sparrer. Nancy Marchand. A stage actress by training, on the small screen, she garnered 4 Emmys for her role as Mrs. Pynchon on Lou Grant. Her last role was on The Sopranos, which she received a Golden Globe. Now, I watched Lou Grant, but I can't... Who was Mrs. Pynchon? Because Lou Grant was a spin-off. She died from lung cancer. Because Lou Grant was a spin-off. I remember that one. But I can't place Mrs. Pynchon. And I watched Lou Grant. Of course, you know, so long ago. Although, you know, I hear people mention programs today. I have not watched local television 3/5/8/1943 for years. Because I can't stand, you know, 5 minutes of commercials in a row. I watch the news in the morning and off it goes. I lost my place. Helen Martin. Helen Martin died in 2000. We did that, didn't we? Helen Martin. I'm losing my mind. No, we didn't. Her role in Native Son made her one of the first African Americans to appear on Broadway. She starred in That's My Mama, Benson, Good Times, and Full House. Perhaps best remembered in 227 as Pearl Shea. She had just finished filming Something to Sing About shortly before her death. I can't place her, though. I watch, you know, Benson, Good Times, Full House. Can't place her. Cardiopulmonary arrest. Now, this is from 1990. Mary Martin. Birth name Mary Virginia Martin Holliday. Actress, motion pictures. Mary Martin. Oh, she was the publisher. Okay. Now I vaguely can place her. Mary Martin never had success on the big screen that she did on Broadway. She starred in South Pacific, Peter Pan, and The Sound of Music, and I Do, all on Broadway. Metastatic colon cancer. Secondary cause pneumonia. Robin Williams' mother. Oh, really? Was Robin Williams' mother... Oh, God, I'm trying to... I watched a documentary on Robin Williams. She was the original Peter Pan. Okay. I watched the documentary. Why don't I remember that? I believe you. I just can't remember that from the... I guess... Maybe so. Okay. Oh, here's a gimme. Chico Marx. Heart disease. And his brother, Groucho Marx. Congestive heart failure. I remember seeing Groucho. Oh, God, he was on a talk show. I don't know if it was Carson or Letterman. In his, you know, he was 86, but man, he was frail. Oh, God, here we go, another brother. Okay. All right, we both stand corrected. We got Harpo Marx. Cardiopulmonary arrest. And the last brother, Zeppo Marx. Cardiopulmonary arrest. Heart attacks, heart attacks, heart attacks. Mr. Rand in the Marx family. Oh, Doug McClure. He was in, oh, what Western? Doug McClure. What was, I have to use the cheat sheet. I can't think. Doug McClure. The Virginian. And the man from Shiloh. And on the big screen, Backtrack. I don't remember him from that, but I remember him from the Virginian. Yeah. He made more than 500 film and television appearances. Almost like Claude Akins. Although, you know, people don't remember Claude Akins as Claude Akins. Metastatic lung cancer. Oh, here's a gimme. Burgess Meredith. If I remember right, wasn't he the Penguin in Batman? Before I go to the cheat sheet, Wasn't Burgess Meredith the Penguin on Batman? Come on, before I go to the cheat sheet. I'm going to the cheat sheet. He played the Penguin on Batman. Also known for a wide variety of films. Best known as the Penguin on Batman. I guessed that one right. Died from Alzheimer's. Secondary cause, prostate cancer. God damn. What is everybody works in Hollywood get prostate cancer? Holy shit. This is from '04. Ann Miller. Dancer and actress and entertainer. Ann Miller. And the cheat sheet says, dun, 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 On the Town and Kiss Me Kate were two of her films. She was on Broadway in Sugar Babies for 9 years. Wow, that's a hell of a run. Cardiovascular disease. Secondary cause, fell in bathroom. Oh, she had a left femoral fracture caused by a fall in the bathroom. But she died from cardiovascular disease. Now, this is from '55, but Carmen Miranda. I remember Carmen Miranda. Mainly because my father enjoyed her, and every time something was on with Carmen Miranda, we had to watch it. Let's see what Carmen Miranda's big claim to fame was. I remember she had a headpiece that looked like a fruit salad in something. Her trademark was fruit-adorned hats. Ah, I guessed it. Her trademark was fruit-adorned hats. Her first film was Down Argentine Way. But she's known for her fruit-adorned hats. Coronary occlusion. Good old Carmen Miranda and her fruit-adorned hats. All right, this is from '98. Monty, Montana. Monty, Montana. Actor, entertainer. Monty, Montana. While he made a number of Western movies, he is probably best remembered for riding a pinto horse in the Tournament of Roses parade for more than 60 years. The Secret Service was not amused when he roped President Eisenhower during the inaugural parade in 1953. What a thing to be known by. Roping President Eisenhower in the inaugural Tournament of Roses parade. Yeah, I bet the Secret Service jerked him off his horse. Died from a stroke. Yeah, I could almost admit. Well, back in those days, the Secret Service probably jerked him off the horse and beat the fuck out of him. This one's from 1997. Edward Mulhare. Actor, entertainment, film industry. Edward Mulhare. Although, I'm sure the Secret Service would do the same thing today. They probably jerked him off that horse and beat the fuck out of him. It would be interesting to look up. Although I'm sure they did it behind the scenes. Back to Edward Mulhare. Let's see what Edward Mulhare's claim to fame was. On Broadway, Mulhare succeeded Harrison in My Fair Lady. He was in The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. I can't place him. He was in The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. Can't place Edward Mulhare. Died from lung cancer. This is from 2002. Oh, he was in Knight Rider too? I'll be. George Nader. Actor, film. George Nader. His athletic build and good looks weren't enough to catapult him over the rest of the men in Universal Studios' stable. His career in the States was probably sabotaged by Universal in order to save the career of Rock Hudson. Wow. He probably looked better than Rock Hudson. But they, the Rock was their big money maker. I always heard that back in the day, Hollywood was cutthroat like that. What did George Nader die from? Cardiopulmonary failure. This is from 88, so probably not somebody I would... Alan Napier. Alan Napier. Okay. Guess on Alan Napier what his claim to fame was. Nobody wants to guess? Everybody is Googling right now. Alan Napier. Everybody is still Googling. Yeah, he was the butler on Batman. That's his claim to fame. The butler on Batman. Cardiopulmonary failure. Jeez. Secondary cause, pneumonia. All right, this is from 98. Jeanette Nolan, birth name Jeanette McIntyre. Jeanette Nolan. She made over 300 television appearances, including Perry Mason, I Spy, and MacGyver. She was a regular on The Virginian and The Richard Boone Show. Jeanette Nolan, I can't place her. Man, I'll tell you what, she had a storied career. 300 television appearances over a wide variety of TV programs. And she died from respiratory failure. This is from 88. Probably would not remember her, but Alice Nunn. Actress, entertainer. Alice Nunn. Her first roles were on Camp Run-Amok and Petticoat Junction. Big screen credits include Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Mommy Dearest, Who's That Girl, and 3 O'Clock High. And I can't place her in anything. Cardiopulmonary arrest. Jesus. Hollywood is not... All right, the name sounds familiar. Rings a bell. Died in 03. Donald O'Connor. And I can't Place Donald O'Connor. Boy, that name is... His span of roles ran from Singing in the Rain to the 6 Francis the Talking Mule films. I could have swore Donald O'Connor was a TV person, but congestive heart failure. All right, this is from 95. Hugh O'Connor. Actor, entertainer, Hugh O'Connor. Maybe I got Hugh and Donald confused. He appeared in his father's television series In the Heat of the Night. His big screen film was Words Upon the Window Pane. Singing in the Rain. Oh, you got that one. Gunshot wound to the head. Gunshot wound to the head. Self-inflicted handgun. Carol O'Connor's, oh, okay. Well, did himself in. All right, this is from '02. And boy, the name sounds familiar. LaWanda Page. Boy, that name sounds familiar. LaWanda Page. Oh, I'm going to miss that in the morning. Oh, last of the coffee. LaWanda Page. Page began her career in black theaters and nightclubs as a stand-up comedian. Red Fox gave her her biggest break when she was cast as his sister-in-law on Sanford and Son. I'm trying to visualize her. She was the sister-in-law. Oh, she was Aunt Esther. Okay. Now it, yeah, now it rings a bell. Fungal sepsis. Fungal sepsis. Fungal. I'm going to have to look that up. Fungal sepsis. What's the difference between sepsis and fungal sepsis? I wish I could find you know, I bought a medical dictionary years ago, and I thought I packed it with all my hardcover books, but I can't find it. I had a medical dictionary for years. Oh, okay, yeah, oh, God, yeah, now, yeah. All right, I can place her now. Yeah, you're right. Good old LaWanda Page. Fungal sepsis. I am going to have to look that one up. That's what it says, Fungal, fungal sepsis. What's the difference? There must be. I mean, I've seen so many sepsis, but this one is fungal. Fungal. Well, I have 4 eyes staring at me. Who brought who in? Little Missy, did you bring Boots or did Boots bring you? She has been spending a lot of time down here. I guess maybe she's getting over not having her boy. I still don't know why she can't go live at the apartment with him and his mother. That really irritates me. Boo. That sounds nastier than regular. Although I'll tell you what, whether it be regular or fungal, you're going to die. It is so cute, the two of them sitting side by side staring at me with sad eyes. They're just sitting there going to feed us. Although, even though she is spending, well, she's a window cat for one. So, today I did something and it worked because Fat Ass took up the window in the kitchen. and I was going to attempt to pry the other window open, but it might look like I'd break it. Now, in this window, I have shutters. So what I did was I opened the far shutter behind the drape. And she spent most of the day in this window, because what she did is comes in, she jumps on the shelf and goes up in the window. So fat ass was out in the kitchen, and she was in here almost all day. And then when I went out to make my last cup of coffee, they were both on the kitchen table, sacked out. Let's see if there's a... You know, that one's got me going now. Go to the bookmark. Oh, gee, down in the bottom, in little itty-bitty letters, secondary cause diabetes. So she had diabetes, and it caused fungal sepsis. Although that, like you say, sepsis is sepsis. It's going to kill you, but that one sounds nastier than regular. All right, we're going to stop there. We're about 3/4 of the way through. I wish there were more of these. All right, before we go, thumbing through the big book of celebrity autopsies, I come across the name of Christopher Wallace. Now, the first thing that came to mind was Chris Wallace, basically the news reporter. And I was like, I thought he was still alive. Who is the other Christopher Wallace? We're going to leave on that note, but it blew me away because I had no idea. Because you got Chris Wallace from the news, and then this Christopher Wallace. And boy, I'll tell you what, reading the autopsy was really interesting. Everybody's drawing a blank like I did when I double-checked it. I'll give you the full name. Christopher George Latore Wallace. And I would have never guessed it in a million years. Now, my son would have got it right away. Me, I drew a blank. I was like, well, wrong Chris Wallace. Everybody's Googling. Without Google, I don't think you'll get it. Because I would have never guessed in a million years. I'll feed you. Let me finish my cigarette. I know, I shouldn't have lit it. Oh, Fatso's washing her face. Does she have a dirty face? Yep, Notorious B.I.G. Had 4 gunshot wounds. And the police report's in there too. And to this day, it's unsolved. Somebody drove up in a black Chevy Impala. Now, the guy was wearing a blue tuxedo with a blue bow tie. That's all anybody saw. They didn't get a license number, just a guy sitting in the front seat wearing a blue tuxedo with a blue bow tie, and he cranked off 4 rounds into Notorious B.I.G. Now, if you notice somebody wearing a blue tuxedo with a blue bow tie, driving a black Chevy Impala, you're not going to notice the license plate? No, he wasn't a black comedian. Rapper. And basically they think because you had Notorious B.I.G. on the East Coast and you had Tupac on the West Coast. And previous Tupac got killed. And the word was that B.I.G. had Tupac killed. So it was a retaliatory, but they can't prove nothing. Because nobody bothered to get the license number off the black Impala with the guy wearing a blue tuxedo with a blue bow tie. Now, if you notice, you're not going to get a license number? That is interesting. And in the police report, after he shot, he waited for the light to change. And nobody conveniently got a license number. But I'll tell you what, just reading that one is very interesting. I'm really going to dig this book. I got this for $4.95, used. It hardly looks like it was read. No writing in it whatsoever. And I mean, it's clean. It's a used book, but it doesn't, it hardly, if anybody read it, boy, they were careful. I got it for $4.30, and it sold for $14.95. And I'll tell you what, for a used book, it don't look like anybody ever read it. All right, Jesus. Oh, my God. They're just sitting there staring. Feed us. Okay. Give me a second here. I gotta do the sign off here. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. We know where, right here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Be safe. Take care. And we will see you again tomorrow night. See you. Bye-bye.